the 50s and 60s in Australia was a golden era that may never be repeated. And it's appropriate that we as a nation remember the heroes of that era. Today, the SCG Trust is delighted to honour two of our greatest athletes of all time. Brilliantly sculptured in bronze, they will take their rightful place alongside the likes of Richie Benaud, Johnny Warren, Steve Waugh and Dally Messenger for many, many years to come.
And here we go. The great Betty Cuthbert and the legendary Marlene Mathews. Beautiful. Magnificent. Isn't that beautiful?
I'm sure she'd be feeling just like me, although of course Betty's had so many honours, but I know that this one would be extra special because we ran together on the Sydney Sports Ground for so many years. It just seems as though it's not really happening. It's just incredible to be honoured by the Sydney Cricket Ground Trust in this manner.
I know my sister would say, good on you, Marlene. I'm happy that I always had that competition with you. Yeah, Bet would be proud too. We're all very proud.
I knew them. I was captain of their team in Rome in 1960, so they were part of my team. And I've known them since the 56 games, and they're two great women. They were great friends, extraordinary competitors. Either one alone were the best in the world, and we had two of the best in the world. But both of them were very modest. They took everything in their stride, and I don't think we'll ever see a duet of great athletes like these two have been commemorated here today.
The next two games were dominated by Australia's Golden Girls. In 1956, 18-year-old Betty Cuthbert beat East Germany's Christa Stubnik and fellow Australian Marlene Mathews in the 100-metre final.
It's a mountainous honour, and so it should be. These two athletes were, in any era and in any generation of athletics, the best of the best. World record holders, they dominated female athletics in the 50s and the 60s, and it's absolutely appropriate for them to have been celebrated in this way today, on home soil and in front of a stadium that they broke world records in.
It was the fastest grass track in the world. Rain, hail or shine, it was still a good track because it was mostly a sand-based. The curator always did a wonderful job, so it was always spot on.
This is hallowed ground, and to be there in bronze on the hallowed ground of this complex here at the Sydney Cricket Ground and the sports ground and so on, I can't think of anything better.
I'm really proud that the girls like them so much, so that's what I'm proud of. We weren't sure exactly where they were going to go, if they were going to go separate or they were going to be put together. So I had to try to make them so they would work together, but so they were individuals as well.
It's lovely that everybody arriving on that forecourt is going to be greeted by two of the greatest athletes the world has ever seen, and I want youngsters to be able to turn to their parents and their grandparents and say, who were those two? Because honouring our history is really important. Their history is our history. Their history is the history of world athletics, but those two went way beyond athletics.
I can always remember Betty saying to me, Marlene, if there's one thing that I wish, and that is that I hope I'm never forgotten. And I don't think she ever will be. And I guess having this statue here is something too, that every time somebody walks past it, they might sort of get a little memory of what we've done. It's just wonderful, and I hope that it's only the beginning. I hope that there will be many other athletes that have that same honour afforded to them.
They don't come better. They were called the Golden Girls, and gold lasts forever. And they're the Golden Girls.